when I was the second grade, the first time I realized how much I loved being close to pretty women. Women that I felt that were pretty. They might not have been pretty to everybody, but to me they were pretty. I would always want to be close to them. I wanted to be their friend. It wasn't I wanted to be them. I didn't want to dress like them. I didn't want to look like them. I just needed to be near them. I wanted to be close to a pretty woman. That was my whole thing. So then that was second grade on to the sixth grade. The sixth grade, I met my friend Carla. Carla, yes, Carla. She was very pretty, and every boy liked her, and I didn't want to be her. It wasn't like, oh, I wish I was Carla. It was like, damn, I need to be close to Carla. We wound up being friends because we lived in the same apartment complex, so we wound up being real best friends pretty much. And I had the hugest crush on her. So I wrote her a note, and I told her that I wanted to be her friend, like boyfriend and girlfriend friend. And she was like, at first, she didn't speak to me like the whole day, and then the next day, she was just like, look, I don't like you like that. You know, you shouldn't tell people because people are going to freak out and they won't be your friend and, you know, things of that nature. And, you know, when you're a kid, all you really want is to be accepted, to be loved, to be, you know, friends with people. You don't want to be alone. So it's kind of like, okay, Melissa, if you want to fit in, you got to fit in. You got to do what everybody considers comfortable and not do anything differently. And she freaked out. She didn't stop talking to me, but she told me that I shouldn't be telling people stuff like that. And if I wrote her something like that again, she would stop being my friend. So right then and there, it was kind of like, okay, Melissa, you need to be accepted. You don't not want to be accepted. You don't want people to not be comfortable around you. You don't want to lose friends. You don't want to lose family. You don't want to lose love. You need to conform to what, not conform, but at the time it was kind of like, okay, I need to pretend. I need to look normal to her, like boys, whatever it took. So that's what I did. I pretended, and I never, you know, did anything different. Well, in high school, I had crushes, but I still didn't clue in them as crushes until I met another girl. Her name was, I'm not going to put her name out there. Because she might watch my videos eventually. Eventually, she might run across my videos. So, anyways, in high school, I met her, and she was a friend's cousin from another school, and she was transferring. And we clicked like that. We took every class together except 2. And so we clicked like that. It was like that. We was always hanging out. And one day, she told me that she was bisexual. And I told her that I liked girls. And she never told nobody. And then I wound up having this conversation with my grandmother. Oh, I skipped a part. We wound up having this makeout session one time at her house. And it almost got to that point, but I was scared. You know, I was scared to admit that to myself. So I stopped it. We stopped it. And she was like, well, I need somebody who knows who they are. You know, I can't be messing with somebody who is still in the closet or confused about who they are, which I was. I never wanted to say I'm gay until I was sure that it wasn't just curiosity for me. I didn't want to be one of those people that was walking around in high school wearing their rainbows and screaming homosexual when truly in all actuality I was just curious or whatever, you know. I didn't want to be like that. So I was like, okay, I need to make sure that I'm gay. So I wound up saying, okay, you know, it was to that point where it was like, well, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Why can't I like boys? Why can't I like boys? Why can't I be normal? Because I was always so different. I never really fit in. I tried to work really hard to fit in because I was so different. Now I don't want to fit in, but you know, anyways. So after that episode, I got to college. That's when I could not control it anymore. I literally had to push friends away because I was scared that if they found out about how much I was crushing or liking or whomever, because it got unbearable. It was to the point to where I would try to talk to guys or whatever and be with guys or whatever, but I'd be looking at girls like, God damn, she's sexy. Ooh, she's sexy. You know, da-da-da-da. But I would never say nothing. I would never tell anyone. I was too scared. Like, I come from a small town, okay? It don't take much for word to get around. So it's like, okay, Minister, you cannot tell anybody what you feel. You cannot tell anyone how you feel about women or how you look at women, especially this certain type of woman or this one or that. It got to the point to where I was liking friends, and I was like, oh, I need to stop. You know, I don't want to lose my friends over the fact that I am just liking women, you know. I'm like, okay, so I started pushing them away. I stopped hanging around my friends. I just completely stopped talking to them like that in college. is I was scared that they would find out something about me that I wasn't ready to express to myself yet, let alone them. So I wound up dating this guy, trying to be normal because, like, my family said, they started asking questions. Why don't you ever bring boys up? Why do you don't this and the other? So I'm like, okay. I wound up he proposed to me. Wasn't together that long before he proposed. It was like we was talking for like 6 months, and I was not nice to him. I was so mean. I was really mean to him. Like sex was just no object. No, it was nothing for me. It was like, I don't want it. Don't touch me. I don't want you touching me. I'm grossed out. And then one day I got in this car accident where the back tire, I was going around the 210 loop. I'm from like Charles, and you probably don't know what that is, but it's like this little loop that brings you onto I-10. And my back tire, because the person was trying to pass me, a dude in a truck, and he was like right here in the back side of my car. I didn't want him hitting me and then me losing control. So I moved over a little bit. My back tire hit the grass, which was wet with dew and everything. And so I started sliding. I lost control of my car. I started sliding down the side of the bridge. And when I say the side of the bridge, I mean it's like a little slope with grass. So it wasn't like I just dropped. I slid. And the only thing that stopped me from going onto incoming traffic at 8 o'clock in the morning when traffic was horrible was a stop sign, not a stop sign, speed limit sign. And I sat there for about 5 minutes, and it's like I was about to die a liar. I got up to that thing while I was waiting on a person to come get me. I was sitting there, and I wasn't even crying, y'all. I did not cry. I sat there, and I said, Manissa, I'm sick of you right now. I'm so sick of you. And it was like, when are you going to stop living your life for everyone else? When are you going to stop pretending with yourself and just accept yourself? When are you going to stop trying to conform? Because I was disgusted with myself trying to be in a relationship with a man. I was really disgusted with myself. That's why I pushed friends away. That's why I pushed people away. I was totally disgusted with myself. It was like, I was disgusted with myself for liking friends. I was disgusted with myself for not liking men. I was just disgusted with myself at that time because I was like, I heard, this is not right, this is that, and da-da-da-da. So I came out the next day. First that night, I called my friend Renald. If Renald ever watched this video, he's going to laugh because he's going to remember when I called him. And I cried, Renald, I'm gay! He was like, baby, it's okay. That's why you want to hang out with me. We already know it's okay. Ready. I've been in the closet knowing this about myself. This is the first time I ever said it out loud. It was the first time I ever said it out loud. That was the first time I ever sat there and when I am gay. And I can no longer pretend. I never gave myself to men in such a manner to where it was like I trusted them fully with my body. It wasn't like that for me. I never connected with them emotionally, mentally. Not even physically. It wasn't like that for me. It took me being in a relationship with a guy to see that it wasn't, serious one where we were like supposedly engaged. And I was like, oh hell no, I cannot marry this man because I'm going to wind up leaving him for a woman or cheating on him with a woman. One of the two. And it's not curiosity. I want to be with women. What confirmed it even more was my first girl relationship. It was with one of my it was a very feminine woman. And I knew her through high school. So we wound up having a relationship for about 2 years. And it didn't work because she cheated on me with the guy. But you never know how gay you are until you have a relationship with a woman. Then you know you have a relationship with the same sex. Then you know there's no turning back. It's not just curiosity. I had my first orgasm with the woman, and my only orgasm with women. I've never had orgasm with the opposite sex. I've been totally myself ever since then. There's been no turning back for me. I've been me 120% of. 120%, 365, 24/7. I've always been me now. I've always been, you know what?